Hello friend, welcome to the Java puzzle. Today we are going to discuss about how Feign Client work entirely. If you guys work over the microservice and you know that what Feign Client is doing. If you don't know, then I'll also tell you what is the Feign Client, and if you are here, so I'm assuming that you already know the Feign Client. If you don't know, then also I'll show you how we can implement that. But before moving to the code part, let me tell you one story. So I was in the office and my senior person is came and asked me one question like, do you know how Feign Client work with just an interface, just implementing the interface? So I say no, and most of you guys also don't know how it's working internally. So if you are the person who don't know how Feign Client is working internally just by adding the interface, implementing the interface, so this video is for you. So that senior person told me like it work due to the JDK proxy and invocation handler. So I was also amazed like what is this? What is the JDK proxy and what is the invocation handler? So I'll show you in this video how Feign Client make use of JDK proxy. So before moving to the code part, let me show you the JDK dynamic proxy. What's look like that. Then we will see one code also there. So this is a proxy can be created with an implementation of invocation handler. So let's look at this example to see how it's work during runtime. So create this project, and before showing the working of the Feign client, let me create one package here and show you how the JDK dynamic proxy is working. So I'll just give the name of package is a JDK proxy, and in this package I'll create one interface for a task. It should be the interface and sorry, task, and I'll just add some task here. So void save int a load. So I added here the two abstract method. Then second thing is to create a class which will implement this task interface. So quickly I will create one class which giving the name a default task, and as I told you I will implement the task interface here and it will ask me to implement these two methods. So quickly I just implemented that and just give some task to that method. So I'll just print here save method, and for this one let me first add print here. So this one is a load method, and for the returning part I'm not going to return the 0. I'll just return here new random dot next int. So every time it will return some random value. Okay, then after I'll have to create one invocation handler. Okay, so as I told you, the invocation handler is a we have to implement invocation handler to implement the proxy. So for that I'll just have to create a task invocation handler, and this class will implement the invocation handler here interface. So invocation handler, and it will ask me to implement these book method, and here I'll just going to implement this private final object tag. Okay, and let me quickly create a constructor with this parameter. So now dependency is done. Then here I'll just add my implementation of this invoke method, and here so it should be the normal if else. So if save dot equals, and here method dot get name. If method name is a save, then what I have to do, I will just invoke that. So out, and method is save method is in save method is invoked. Okay, same else if another one was the load, right? So load dot equals method dot get name, and here out load method is invoked, right? And here we just have to return method dot invoke and target and height. Fine. So like that I'll just add here. Then in the main class, we create a main class here and give a dynamic proxy, dynamic proxy sample, and creating the main method. So inside the main, I'll have to create an object of the task. Task is equal to here. What we have to do, we have to create an instance of the proc. For that, I'll have to proxy dot get c reflect dot new proxy instance. Then inside it I'll have to provide, by this we can create a proxy, and now we have to tell that which type of proxy we are going to pass here. So firstly, you can see here there is a three parameter. First one is a class loader, right? Second one is an interface, array of the interface, and third one is an invocation handler. So firstly, let me give the class loader here. So task dot class dot get class loader. So this is the class loader of the task class, and then another one is the interface which we have to add here. So this one is also new, and let me give the enter here so we can easily what I'm just going to add here. So new class of array, and inside this I'll just pass the task dot class. Okay, and third one is a invocation handler. So invocation handler, so we created our custom invocation handler, so I'll just going to add so new task invocation handler, and inside it I'll have to, if you will see inside the invocation handler, we have to pass the target here. So that target is our default task which we created here. So new default task, right, and provide the semicolon. So it will complain me to cast to the task. So I'll just, now our object of task is created here. Now we have to call a method. So task dot save and task dot load, provide the semicolon, right? And if I will run this program, so you can see that in the example of the output, the save method is invoked, and then after the save method is going to call. Same like for the load method is invoked, then load method is, yeah. So now back to the Feign client. So whenever I came across a requirement where I need to invoke APIs provided by other service, so I have a tendency to using the Feign client instead of the REST template, because I find it very convenient, because it is a declarative and it follows similar structure to the Spring MVC annotation. Second one is the no work needed with connections or input output stream. Third one is the integrate well with the other Spring Cloud component out of box. So here is the implementation. I'll show you. This one is the product, and this product is created with this client, which is a dummyjson.com/product, and this is the Feign client. So we use this @Feign client annotation and just using it. Then this is a product controller, and at the last we have to enable my Feign client. So let me show you this output product. I'll open that, and here if I will pass demo.json, this one is the output, and if I will provide one, this is one implementation. This is a third party API which we are going to implement it by the Feign client. So let me run the program first in a debugging mode. So I'll show you then after. So initially let me run in a normal way. I'll have to run this, right? Then after my Spring Boot will be run. Now it's open. Let's go here and localhost colon 8080/product/1, and here you will see the output here. Likewise, I'll just provide the 2, right? So the question is like in a product client, we just create one interface, add the @Feign client annotation, and provide the URL. That's it. And then we are using the get mapping, and we use the simple one. So as much as simple is the Feign client as compared to the Raspberry. Here are some questions that I need to answer to you guys, right? So from our controller, it can be observed that product client is a proxy. So let me run in a debug mode. So I'll just stop this and run in a debug mode. Now our application is started in a debugging mode. So let me start, and now this debugger is on, and it in a debugger mode, and here you can see the target and this dispatch. So from our controller, it can be observed that product client is a proxy, and it is a proxy to hard-coded target, which implement target. But what make it a proxy? When the application start up, Feign Client registrar.java class will basically scan Feign Client annotation in our code to create bean definition to the bean factory. Then when creating a bean, calling factory.getObject will return a Feign client created with the specified data and context information, which will lead to this build a factory. And this is the place where proxy is created using proxy.new proxy instance. And it is interesting that invocation handler is created with method to handler map. This map contain key as a product client dot fetch product and value of synchronous method handler. This synchronous method handler will later create and send HTTP request. This is basically the key mapping that translates our client.fetchProduct method to a HTTP call. Second question is how can it run without an implementation? From what we have observed up here, so it is clear that Feign client register required bean. For Feign client registrar to be imported, the application need to declare at the rate enable Feign client annotation. Then how can it make HTTP call just by defining an interface? So from this point on, breakpoint take place after client.fetchProduct. We talk about method to handler map earlier when creating an invocation handler, right? Feign invocation handler is the invocation handler we created earlier. And I mentioned that the dispatch map in this code, same as the method to handler map, return value of synchronous method handler. And this will result returning the result of synchronous method handler and calling the method invoke. And this invoke method will trigger execute and decode method, which will then trigger client.execute method. Lastly, here is the code where HTTP URL connection is created to send request and return response. So in this video, we saw a real life example of a proxy pattern in one of my favorite library. And we also see that the basic example of JDK dynamic proxy and how proxy is used in Feign client. So hope this video is helpful for you. If you think this video is helpful, please comment below and share with your friend. Subscribe my channel and press the notification bell. Thank you.